Hi paper crafters, welcome to another Design with Jo video. I'm Joanne Rogers, a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Central Alberta, Canada, and I've been designing with you in mind since 1999. We are going to be making, as I said, a flap fold card. So I've got some copper clay, and then I've got some basic black here. And I chose basic black because, you can never go wrong with basic black. And then I also have some DSP. The white is going to go inside the black, and we could actually glue that down right now. So I'm going to put that in there. So it's going to seem like we're maybe going backwards a little bit making our card today, but we're going to put that in there because it's basically going to be done. So when you're using your glue, try not to gush it on too much. Use your liquid glue as much as possible because it gives you a little bit of time to dry. Okay, so if that's going to be on our card like this, I'm going to put that over top of here. Interesting, those color choices, isn't it? Now, normally we wouldn't see Poppy Parade probably with crushed Copper Canyon. So I was just looking to see if I like the Lagoon better. But then I thought, no, we had a choice. We have to go with the choice. So we are going with Poppy Parade on Copper Canyon. And then what we're going to do is we are going to put this down. And we had To the Man Who Has Everything is the one that I saw the most. And that's right here. So we're going to pull that guy off of there. Now we have another choice. Okay, so this is what our card is going to be like. So we are going to glue this down. So here's our To the Man That Has Everything. I'm going to cut this out. Okay, so you can see that on top of there not too badly. And we have to decide what we're going to put on the inside, but I'm going to leave that and close it for now. Okay, here's my Stampin' Cut and Emboss. I'm going to take our one like this. Only because I think that, guys, sometimes we could go this guy. Does it fit? It just fit. But that's, I think, a little, cutting it a bit too close. This one here is just a little nicer, I think, for a guy. I'm going to go get some Post-it note tape. Just need one little piece. Now, did everybody see my video this morning for my craft room walkthrough, my reveal? I sent it out in my newsletter, but it's also on my blog post. So you can head on over there to www.designwithjo.ca and you can take a peek. And my room was really nice and clean for that. It's not as clean anymore. It didn't last all that long. Okay. So there's our To the Man That Has Everything. And that's going to go, let's get these guys off of here. We might want to do a little, so we're going to put it there. Okay. Now I have pre-cut some of these guys. I want to show you how you can use these pieces that are cut off. Okay. So I want to, first of all, we're going to glue this one down before we get to that part. And then we're going to decorate the front of it. Okay, so we're going to glue this down. We wanted to go left, so I'm going to line up the fold with the top of the card. They can go right up against the edge. Okay, so don't forget to use these ones because you can still tell what they are, right? We still know what those are. Even our little tape here. Now, it doesn't have to be there. It can be up here. Our tape could go anywhere, really. We can put it behind something, right? So I'm just going to place these. I'm just going to we can do this like this so that it's behind. Now this guy might be a bit big. He might be too big for here. What about this guy here? These ones here. He might be a little bit better. Okay, so how many of your sons or spouses' toolboxes are a little messy? That's what this one's going to be. This one's going to be a little messy. We might want to put that one right on top. What do you think? Would that be fine? And I'm going to leave the pencil. This one's pretty big. We might need to cut another one there. I am going to put dimensionals on the back of this. And I'm also going to cut, I think, another little piece. And I want to cut another little piece out of one of these colors just as an accent piece. So let me pull in because there are some different pieces here in the dies that we can use. So I really like this guy here and I like this one here. So I'm going to cut these and let's just try them and let's just see what we come up with. So that off to the side. Let's do this guy here. I think let's do a Lost Lagoon. Maybe I'll do both. I'll cut both and then I'll come back and I'll cut them again. So there's our two pieces of Lost Lagoon. Let's also pull in, let me turn this around and let's do some crushed curry. And let's see what we like best. Or maybe we like both of them. Maybe we want to put both colors in. Now, if you're using your mini and sometimes the plates don't want to run, what you want to do is you want to try and stagger them. So try and stagger them. I'm going to lose my... Try and stagger them so they're not right up against each other. See how that is a little bit further back than this one? So run that through and it will take them a little bit easier so that if you're having problems getting it going on your mini, that's something that might work for you. Okay, and we have these. Okay, I think we're done with that guy. So now let's just see how we want to decorate. Glue these guys down using my liquid glue. So you want to put your glue as close to the edge as possible because we don't want these edges to be coming up. So I'm going to line this up with my edge. And I'm going to line this one up with my edge as well. And put that over here. So now what this does, one, you're using up pieces that are on the edge of your paper, but what it also does is that it's creating this card and making it look a little bit bigger. So it's looking like this piece of paper is actually bigger than it is because stuff is it's giving perspective going off the edge. So I think we're going to put this guy so it goes over top of both. Now I'm not going to put anything with dimensionals until we have a full piece. So the paintbrush or let's put him on a bit of a diagonal. And I'm going to put this one and this one on with dimensionals. So I need some large dimensionals here. Now you don't need too much for here because these are fairly light pieces. So I wouldn't go and grab all of your biggest pieces. There's our minis. And we're going to put some minis down here. Not big pieces of your dimensionals, I mean. So let's take the backs off. And this guy's going to go up here. So we've covered up our slide. And then this guy can go over top and we're going to place him. We're going to think about where we're going to place him. I think we sort of want, I don't think we want him to go at a different diagonal, I think. There. Maybe like that. So he's going in behind the paintbrush over top of the rule. Okay. So we are going to put the curved ones on. So this is another way to do it. So curved from the top. It's going to stick right to the dimensional. Curved on the bottom. But because I've taken the glue off that dimensional, I'm going to add a little bit of the stickiness off the dimensional. I'm going to add just a little bit of liquid glue. Okay, so there is our design. Now we probably should put, see, he's too big. This one's too big. I think on a big card, maybe he'd be good, but why don't we put the pencil in like that? Now, do we want to put words on the inside? Now, you could put, if you wanted to give this to your fella, you could use a Happy Valentine's Day, or we could put another of the words in there. And I am going to put the pencil inside, also with some liquid glue. I'm just going to dot on the liquid glue here. So let's put our pencil here. Okay, so you can write your words and sign it down here. Go in here. Now I am going to see, so this is one thing about the glass mat. Now the glass mat is something that comes with if you decide that you want to become a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the months of January and February. So it's a celebration item. So you'll see all of us using it. We love them. The glass mat, there's a ton of different things you can do with it. It's a great stamping surface. But here's something else you can do. So it sort of takes the place of our grid paper. I still use my grid paper, but if you don't have it, what you can do, so what I do to see if this is straight, I can tell it's not straight. I'm going to move it just a little bit more right now. And I'm going to use my lines here. I'm going to line up the bottom edge, and I'm going to see if this is straight. Now, you have to be careful because it is slippery, but I can see that that's just a little bit off. So my H's are a little bit higher, so I'm going to pull those down just a little bit. This is what you can do if you don't have your Stamparatus. Now, how many people still use their Stamparatus a lot? I had somebody that was looking for one last week, and I'm very sorry to say, and that's a little bitter, very sorry to say that they are no longer available from Stampin' Up! They might be available in the off market. You might be able to find one, but you're not going to find one from any Stampin' Up! Demonstrator unless they happen to have one in their stash. So I'm going to stamp this right in the middle. Okay, so we have our Hello Handsome. And there's our card. And how about if we throw on a few of our rustic metallic dots? Now, we could put this around. Oh, that's a little crooked. Oh well. Let's put one here. And let's put maybe one right beside it. Or something a little bit different, a little closer. Let's just put one there. Now we need 3, might be not quite enough. I'm thinking we might need maybe 5. Let's put one right here, right up here. Here we go. Okay, so there's our card. Let me show you the one that I made in advance. Okay, so just Hello Handsome. This is a perfect card for anything, right? So perfect card for anything. Here's the one that I made in advance. So almost exactly the same, but a few different elements and some different pieces. Okay, so I cut out different pieces. Now, if you wanted, what I did on this one is wherever there was what I thought was silver, I gave it some of our Wink of Stella. Now, I'm not going to do that here only because there's so much space, but you could, right? You could put your Wink of Stella on just to give it that little bit of glimmer. And what I did on the inside of this one is a Happy Valentine's Day. Okay, so that I could give this as a Happy Valentine's Day. And the idea for this came from my friend Lillian, and I do want to show you the card that she had done in for Christmas time. So a little bit plainer in our background, but you can see how it's exactly the same kind of idea. Thanks very much for joining me. Please like the video and subscribe if you'd like to. Also join my email list where you can get exclusive ideas from me every week. Thanks very much. Have a great paper crafting day.